A new weapon in the fight against the pandemic. Today, drug maker Merck asked the FDA for emergency use authorization of its COVID-19 antiviral pill. It will be used to treat adults with mild to moderate cases of COVID-19 who are at high risk of severe disease or hospitalization. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Vanessa Freeman.
And I'm Tamsin Fidel. Well, if this is approved, Merck's drug would be the first pill treatment available to fight COVID-19, which could really prove to be a big game changer.
Joining us now is Dr. Fred Davis, an emergency medicine specialist with Northwell Health. Dr. Davis, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
So this is a big deal here. So let's dive in. Talk to us about the significance of a possible pill treatment and how could this really help worldwide against the fight against COVID-19?
So with what we see right now with the preliminary data, sounds amazing. It's a medication that can be taken orally, which means unlike previous drugs that were used to treat those with COVID requiring an IV, these are medications that can be taken at home. It's a medication that so far suggests that it would reduce the risk of need for hospitalization by 50%. And that's a really dramatic decrease from anything else we've really had out there so far.
Yeah, it really is incredible. Let's talk a little bit about how exactly the pill would work, the treatment anyway. Would it be fair to compare it to what Tamiflu is in terms of fighting the flu?
It's similar in the sense it is an antiviral medication. It works a little bit differently. It kind of inserts a bunch of errors into the genetic code to really mess up how the virus can reproduce. So that's how it really takes effect and reduces the risk of a significant amount of viral load in a person once they get infected.
And Dr. Davis, at this point, do we know anything about the trials that have been conducted as well as any side effects that can be attributed to the pill?
So far, we don't know too much. I think a lot of that is obviously being reviewed by the FDA. We do know that this was a group that they really looked into to make sure that they were similar in comparison to the two groups and that their risk profile was really low. And in order for them to fast track through the FDA, you usually have to fairly low risk profile. And especially with the outcomes that they're showing of a reduction of about 50%, it's suggestive that this is a highly effective medication.
Well, let's talk a little bit about it. What is Northwell Health seeing in particular with regard to how people are being treated right now and the numbers that we're seeing at this point?
So what we've seen definitely through the emergency department, there definitely has been a significant decrease. I think there's a number of reasons for that. I think the fact that people are getting vaccinated has significantly helped. Those that we see in the emergency department nowadays, the majority of those that are really sick requiring hospitalization are those that remain unvaccinated.
So are you concerned that we could possibly see a repeat of what happened last year with more people getting sick as we head into the winter months?
I think that's definitely the fear. Obviously, as we go more indoors, it's easy for the virus to spread a lot more quickly. As we're seeing the majority of those infections being the Delta variant, obviously a higher viral load increases the chances of those around us being infected more should one person become infected.
All right, Dr. Davis, thank you so much with Northwell Health. Appreciate you joining us. Always a lot of questions, so we hope to have you back.
My pleasure.